Kamalu.
So the worldwide voyage is what Hopula'a and Hikianalia and all of us Wa'a people have been working so hard for and have been working towards. The worldwide voyage is going to be a 3-year-long voyage where Hopula'a and Hikianalia are going to go around the world sharing our knowledge and bringing us together. It was meant to be a voyage that would bind us all together. The whole world, like it would bind us all together as a people. And also there's something called Walamo Honua, which is take care of the earth. So it's going to be a voyage that is trying to motivate people and to move people to take care of what we have now before it's gone. It's something that's going to motivate everyone around the world to take care of Mother Earth before she's gone because we need her. So that's basically what the worldwide voyage is.
For the worldwide voyage, for the worldwide voyage of Hokula'a, there's a website, and it's called hokula'a.com. Hokula'a.com gives you information like dates and what happened on those dates. They also give you videos to watch. Hokula'a.com also gives you, well, you can go onto Google Hangouts and you can chat with the crew members of Hokula'a. You can also share your mana'o about what you do to take care of your homes. And lastly, there is Google Maps where you can go on there and find out where Hokula'a is set. So today we are going to meet one of the crew members who is actually a teacher here. Her name is Noelani, and we will be, there are 2 rules for the Google Hangout on Hokula'a. The first one is you can't tell them where they are, and because that would make it seem like they're using modern instruments. And the second rule is that you have to invite them to a Google Hangout at certain times, but you also can't tell them what time it is. Okay, so if everybody could write down 3 questions.
Oh, we have to try to. We can explain the difference between those.
Okay, so open-ended question is a question that has multiple answers. One answer, like yes.
So we're gonna try to ask some, what kind of questions today? Which are better? Which better kind of question? Open-ended questions. So you guys are gonna get an opportunity to ask questions.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the sound on. Okay, can you hear us? Noi?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Aloha. Okay.
So those are very good rules, and that's generally what we're going to be doing. For today, though, I can tell you we're in Hilo Bay. I'm currently on board Hikianalia. We're out testing her today to make sure our AIS system works. Basically, that's a little ID tag you have in the water so we can track each other. And we also did a man overboard drill about half an hour ago. We threw someone off, and we practiced doing a man overboard on Hikianalia with the engines running. So getting last-minute preparations. We have the water being loaded today. Trying to get ready to go. But aloha.
So should they just ask their questions now?
Yeah.
Okay. So Papa
Come sit right in the
hot seat.
Yeah, and you can ask your question.
Aloha Punoi.
Just so you know, before you ask, the whole world can see this question.
Okay.
We pre-screen.
Okay, so my question is, okay, how do you feel about continuing one of our Hawaiian cultural practices, wa'a, and about following our kuna's footsteps?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. So for me, it's a personal journey that started a long time ago. The reality is, and I share with many of you back at Halau Kumana, that I sincerely feel the opportunities that I had in life were the result of Hokula'a. She sailed in 1976, and offered up opportunities in the Hawaiian culture and revitalization of the culture that allowed me to go to Kaipuni. They allowed me to learn Aloha Hawaii at Kamehameha and at Kulanui. They allowed me to teach at Halau Kumana. The type of school that exists at Halau Kumana is larger because of Hokula'a. So to now come first full circle and be able to continue that on the Va'a and just be embedded in what really gave birth to my life, if you will, I actually really don't have words for it. There are many moments where I just stop and I just stare at the canoe in awe of what she's done and the fact that I have the privilege of being able to do this. But to the best of my ability, I'm going to share what I know of the culture and the language with people around the world.
Ew.
I hope that answers your question.
Yes.
Ew.
Okay, aloha kumu. So my question was, what ailike values do you use on the hokule'a?
Ailike values are our school's core.
Ooh, good question. So for those of you who are wondering what she means, ailike value are basically a set of values that Halau Kumana, I guess, lives and abides by, something we try to uphold. I think the values are actually similar to what we do in the Va'a community, but the very first one that comes to mind above all others is lau lima. Because the reality is you're a small crew on a small vessel, and if you can't do that, if you can't learn to work together, whether you like each other or not, the voyage is not going to be a success, and you're going to have pirikias. You have to be able to work with the person next to you. Even if it's my sister. So my sister, people keep asking me, well, how are you going to work with your sister? She's actually on my watch as of right now. And, you know, sisters, they get pirikia every now and then. But I can confidently say that going out on this voyage, working side by side over there, we will do what we have to do. Because you have to. You have no choice but to uphold that value.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
And I actually like my sister. Bye.
If you guys have a question that you want to ask, you can just come there and then.
Auntie, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. You know how you teach us math and science and all that stuff?
All that stuff, yes.
Do you use that over there on the canoe? Everything you taught us and how do
Yeah,
you
in fact. Yeah, so of course you guys had the opportunity to come out sailing. We were able to calculate the speed of the Va'a. But even simple things like today, the water's getting filled to put on board. We have to distribute the weight evenly. And on Hokula in particular, our water jugs don't weigh the same. We have 5-gallon jugs, 6-gallon jugs. So making sure that, for instance, the heavier ones are in the middle, the lighter ones on the outside, just to balance the Va'a and particularly to go upwind. That's a critical one. Actually, anything we put on the Va'a has to be balanced. So we weighed every single thing just short of ourselves before it went onto the Va'a. And then to just give an idea of show everybody else what we did in class, that's something we do every time we're on the Va'a, calculating the speed. So when we did it for class, we dropped an orange peel in the water. We don't always have an orange peel to drop in the water. When we're out on the sea, we'll probably count bubbles as they pass the Va'a, and we calculated the speed the exact same way we did in the class. So we know how long it is from the bow to the stern. We'll count how long it takes for a bubble to travel that distance, and we'll use that same formula. Distance equals rate times time. Of course, we have a cheat number we work with, but it's the exact same thing. So what we did in class, that's what we do. Aloha po.
So if anybody from the conference wants to ask a question, you guys can. If not, we have some more OPO questions. Anybody want to go?
Anything, and if I don't know the answer, I've got lots of crew around me.
Sorry, hi Kumu. Maybe we can let them know. The kids did a little introduction, but maybe we can let the conference people know how they can get involved with the worldwide voyage from their locations when they return home.
Okay, awesome. So there's a few ways. The website that you want to remember is www.hokulea.com. So even if you forget everything else I say, you can go to that website and explore the website. One thing you can do is there's a section on there to ask a crew member a question. So what we're going to try to do while we're out on the water is we're going to have people on land filter through all those questions, and we're going to answer about 5 a week on the va'a and broadcast that over the internet. That's one way. As far as education in particular, you can adopt the voyage. And what that means for the most part is adopting the values of the voyage idea of malama honua and sustainability. And you can let us know what you're doing, and we'll feature you on the website. And depending on the relationship we establish, you might be a spotlight school. Basically, we want to feature stories around the world because that's kind of what, even we do that in Hawaii, we do malama honua, but we know we're not the only ones that do it. We want to share ideas with everybody around the world. But I feel like I'm forgetting one more avenue, but basically, hokulea.com, that's the biggest way. And you can track the voyage. We did a test track on the Google tracking map on the way to Hilo, so you can follow us the whole way. It's only going to say we're in Hilo right now, but yeah.
Okay, so we have one more question, and then we're gonna have to transition out of here.
Okay.
Aloha. We've learned that one of your objectives is to share with the world what you're doing, what you've learned back here, and your values. So I was just wondering what the response has been in your travels and with the people you have you've met up with.
That's a good question. So for most of the people we've met up with have been in Hawaii so far because we haven't left. But so I'll start with the response from Hawaii. It's been overwhelming. I think when I started this process of learning to voyage and this idea of doing malama honua, I just was a sailor. I wanted to sail. I wanted to perpetuate my culture. But every event that I've been at leading up to this point has been filled with an array of emotions. Everything from my students coming down to the churches blessing all of us and fully backing this mission. And it makes you realize how many people truly believe in the idea of malama honua and the culture itself. But outside of Hawaii, we have enormous support from groups like the Ocean Elders, which is a group that feels like it's their kuleana to give back to the ocean in whatever way they can. Various organizations, NOAA's come on board, National Geographic, UNESCO. So I think what the canoe has done, what the va'a have done, is they've brought all these organizations together. I think we all maybe had our own ideas of what to do, but being able to collectively put all those ideas in one place and see that, hey, we're not the only group doing this. There are more people out there in the world that actually care about this. And but it's been the personal stories have been the most endearing, or even my own. I tell people it's not like I polluted the planet before this voyage, but the things that I was able to learn about certain things that I didn't know were affecting the environment that I've changed in my own life, right down to how I clean my boyfriend's boat. Certain soaps that I didn't realize were bad, and I've changed that. So it's sorry, I hope that answers your question. I kind of went off on a tangent, but bottom line is it's been overwhelming to see the response and just the outpouring of emotion from both the supporters and the crew. I don't know if I'll ever fully be able to describe what it means to have that support from the community.
Okay, Noi, so we're gonna have to go finish up with the rest of our presentation, but thanks for meeting with us. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, aloha. Thank you.
Aloha.
In 3 years.
Alright.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay, Noi, I think
Am I off?
yeah, you are. Can you put Bryson back on really quick?
Yeah.